choosing the appropriate tool given measurement situations. Now that you have an overview of units of measurement, we can look at applying this information in real-life situations. The first thing that you have to look at when you are trying to measure something is the tool that you are using. What kind of tools can we use to measure length? We have already talked about a couple of different tools. Let's look at those and some that we haven't talked about yet. Rulers, tape measures, yardsticks, meter sticks. Rulers. Rulers are used all the time in mathematics. We can use a ruler to measure things that are small. Most rulers show both customary units of measurement, like inches, and metric units of measurement, such as the millimeter and the centimeter. When you measure something that is small, a ruler is often the best tool to use. You can measure the small item in customary units, or metric units, or both. We can see that this crayon is about 3 inches long. This pencil is about 16 centimeters long. If an item that is being measured fits on a piece of paper, a ruler is probably the best tool to use. Tape measure. If we were going to measure the length of a table, we could use a ruler, but it is probably not the best tool to use. Think about it. A table is probably much longer than a ruler. We could line up ruler after ruler after ruler, but this would be a bit time-consuming. There is an easier way. We can use a tape measure. Tape measures are used to measure many of the distances that are too long for a ruler to measure easily. We use tape measures to measure the distance across a room or an object that is very long. Tape measures show us length in inches and feet. We can see exactly how long something is by comparing the length of the object with the measurement on the tape measure. Yardstick. A yardstick measures things by the yard. Since there are 3 feet in a yard, we can say that a yardstick could be used for things that are longer than a piece of paper, but not too long. Some of the things that we could measure with a tape measure, we could also measure with a yardstick. Think about the table in the last example. We could also use a yardstick to measure it. Sometimes you have to use common sense. If the table is really long, longer than the yardstick, then you would switch to the tape measure. Meter stick. A meter stick measures 1 meter. We can use meter sticks to measure objects that are larger than a piece of paper. Remember that you can use centimeters and millimeters if the object is smaller than a piece of paper. Those items are easily measured with a ruler. A meter stick is actually a little over 3 feet long, because a meter is approximately 3.2 feet. A meter stick compares to a yardstick. For instances where we would use a yardstick for customary units, we can use a meter stick for metric units. If we were measuring a table length in metric units, a meter stick would probably be our best choice.